are about to continue our expedition, which took start in the village of Sangardak in Sarasur district of Surkhandera region. Our goal is to walk through the ancient short road from Sangardak village to Kashkadaria to shoot its nature and historical monuments along the way. In the last episode of our program, we ended the topic as we set off from the shepherd's pasture to Kalaisharang Gorge and Amir Timur Cave. We start this episode from the very place. Our next destination is Amir Timur Cave. We are entering Kalaisharang Gorge soon. We have started our trip. This is our 5th day. These are the zircon fruits. They are still green. Now the color is coming in. Even horses can't pass through these places. By which way we are going now, Bakhtiaraka? We have walked a long way so far and enjoyed the fascinating beauty. And now all the members of our team are moving forward with satisfaction and excitement. Nature is a great and skilled sculptor. The Kalaisharang Gorge as well as Amir Timur Cave are unique and vivid evidence to this. We are a short distance from the destination. Actually, Kalaisharang means Lion's Fortress. Go this way, Mirjalal. Come here. Be alert and be very careful. Look at these rocks that have been formed over millions of years. Each of them speaks of millions of years. This is the easiest way to the Kalaisharang Gorge. There are 3 ways that lead to the gorge itself. This is the first road on the left that is visible, but it's very challenging to go down by the help of horse and donkey. On the right is a path made of rock. You can go down through it on donkey or on foot. Here we have now chosen the right direction. Although it is a bit tricky, we are about to walk along the riverbed. There are various legends and myths about this mountain gorge and Amir Timur Cave among the people. Each of us is happy to shoot and to see such a place with our own eyes. As you see, we are going through very difficult and rude places. Only physically strong people can successfully pass through such places. Once you reach one peak, you want to climb another. Your enjoyment will only increase. If you are not physically active, you only think about resting, sitting, eating after one climb. Keep following us. It's a delightful trip. Stay with us. Our expedition is going on. It's all still ahead. Don't stay away from us. This bus was the starting point of our journey towards Kalaisharang Gorge. By the time we got here, the sun had painted the valley in its soft colors. At first, the gorge seemed impassable to us. A huge gorge with steep walls stretched south. The road is difficult, but our passengers are very experienced. Thanks God, they were all riding their horse and donkeys in peace. As you see the beautiful scenery here, this challenge will be forgotten. In some places, the height of the gorge wall exceeds 200 meters. Some of the flat mountains around it are 2,800 meters high and 4.5 kilometers long. The boundaries of most of them and in a steep cliff 200 meters high that falls into the gorge of the Kalasarai River. The flora and fauna of the Kalaishirang Gorge are also rare and diverse. This is called a Kirkwak plant. The people of the mountains call it Zogoza. This winter it's as green as a spruce. Its main medicinal feature is that its tincture quickly reduces kidney stones. The second healing peculiarity is that it lowers very high blood pressure. Some plants are unique to this area. Look at this nature. Here you can see thick fir trees, currants, dog roses, small fruited cuisine and a number of other rare plants listed in the Red Book of Uzbekistan. So this is a very beautiful place. There are also various curative plants. According to a recently signed decree of the Cabinet of Ministers of the Republic of Uzbekistan, 1,667 hectares of land in the Hisar State Reserve will be allocated to the tourism balance and turned into a tourist destination. Bridges will be built in such place. When these plants are turned into a tourist destination, not only citizens of Uzbekistan, but also tourists from all over the world will be able to come and enjoy the beauty of this place. This is one of the most convenient places for the development of eco and extreme tourism as well. Look at the top of this stone. It can be called a miracle of nature. The mass of this stone is 5 tons. The seeds of this spruce fell on it in the wind and this spruce sprouted from the seed. It's included in the Red Book of Uzbekistan. If you look at the bottom of the stone, you can see the moss. It's much darker under the influence of water. It reached the water below and it will be a spruce that will live for 1,000 years like the big spruce trees. Divided into 3 or 4 groups, we are walking toward the bottom of the tree. Our guides are showing us the safest way as much as he can. From the noise of the river water, we sometimes cannot hear the voice of the crew in front. Honestly, it seems impossible to get to the cave safely this way. We started the hard way and we will definitely reach the end of it. We were able to walk on one side of the river for about 20 minutes. We were unable to move forward and we had to cross to the other side. From here, even the horse is struggling and slipping on the rocks is nothing. Unfortunately, the water got into the shoes of 2 or 3 of the crew members while crossing the river. So far, everything is okay, but it's awkward to walk in wet shoes. It's said that Amir Timur prepared his soldiers for the battle in this gorge. Each of them could win almost 15 enemies at their times. An incredible coverage space of Amir Timur's activities gives an evidence to this. Once Amir Timur trained his soldiers, he pulled a rope from this spruce tree to that one. The soldiers passed to the other side by the help of the rope. After that, the horses were unloaded here, and then the horses were lifted up again. For example, the famous historian Sharafuddin Ali Yazdi wrote in his book Zafarnoma that 13-year-old Timur Beg fought with only 243 soldiers against an enemy of 5,000 in 1366 in Karshi, and won due to the movement of the army, the potential of command and unparalleled courage. Amir Timur lived in a very difficult period. Especially in his youth, he fought against the Mongols. He had many enemies from the Mongols. He needed such desolate places to train himself and his soldiers in those days. He acted with the idea that if it was hard in training, it would be easier in battle. We came here when nature was the most beautiful, but it has complex periods such as winter or autumn. Even in those difficult times, Amir Timur held military exercise here. All of these actions were aimed at fighting the Mongol invasion. I think the complex exercise helped them fight undefeated. The gorge is incredibly beautiful. However, this beauty can be enjoyed only by a person who endures the hardship of the mountains, the hardships of the road. I've been to many countries. I've seen the canyons of America. Ours is superior but not inferior. It is a beautiful landscape. Once tourists who visited Uzbekistan, after telling about our wonderful people, the number of tourists coming to our country will increase even more. I think that it's necessary to mark the roads, show the beautiful place, and of course ensure their safety. This gorge is very unique. It's quite difficult to describe in words. You have been involved a lot in the filming process. Some things are made by hand, right? If a movie is to be shot in these places, there is no need for decoration, right? These places have their own beauty, their own nature, and their own character. Does it help to actors? Of course, an actor needs a natural state. These places are a great help for actor. To do any work, a person needs mental strength. These mountains, these plants, and these rocks give great strength to a person, to any tourist. These plants grew very thick. We have to go through them very slowly and carefully because there may be reptiles among them.
Bundan tushib
Now we have to cross the water again. Now we have to be able to cross this water as well.
o'tib olishimiz kerak.
No matter how hard it is to cross the gorge, we will move forward again, admiring its stunning nature. We are crossing the river in danger of falling into the cold water, drenched in sweat, but we are moving with pleasure, wondering what else lies ahead. In the same way, we reach the last crossing on the right bank of the river. If we pass this place, the finish line is ours. Suddenly, the horse crossing the stream slipped. Our guide, on top of him, fell from his horse on his back. He stood up and grabbed her hand. His arms was bent, as if broken. We were in a hurry, didn't know what to do. After a while, when the pain stopped, everything was okay. The broken part of his arm was a complication of an old injury. We calmed down and continued on our way. Dear TV viewers, we are trying to show you everything that is here to give you enjoyable moments. Are you not tired? No, I'm not tired. How are your hands? Good, my hands is very good, so everything is okay. Let's go. Here we are approaching the cave of Amir Temur. There is a short distance left. If we go down from this rock, we will reach the Amir Temur cave. Look at this sea. From where we are standing, we can see two huge black holes at the entrance to the cave at the beginning of the rock walls. At the mouth of the first cave, our friends who had just arrived are waiting for us.
G'orga taxminan 20 metrlar.
About 20 meters from the cave, here you come across a very ancient spruce. Its top branches have dried up. Look at these roots of this tree. Look at its body. It is a very big arch. If we go around a little, we will finally reach the cave of Amir Temur.
Temur g'origa ham yetib kelamiz.
Finally, we all reached the cave safely.
Biz kutgan Amir Temur.
This is the Amir Temur cave that we have been waiting for.
Bu tomoni o'sha Amir
We
Temur.
can enter the cave from here. Here is our first group. We have finally reached the cave.
Shu joydan kirib borishimiz kerak bo'ladi.
My impressions are very good, but it's a bit difficult to come in. Now the lights in the cave are ready. After entering, we will share our other impressions. The first thing we saw here was a hand-rebuilt wall of stones and sand that was 4 feet high and about 5 feet wide. Stairs were also built to climb the platform. We have both natural and cultural heritage here. All of these was restored by human. A platform was built here. Because the cave is always hot because it faces the sun, it's possible to rest and eat here. The members of the expedition also had a lunch here. It can be seen from the stones here. All this work is done by hand. This wall is really an archaeological monument. It's very important to preserve this monument and pass it to the future generations. As we approached the entrance to the Amir Temur cave, we noticed a change in temperature. Now the air temperature here is around 25 degrees Celsius. The cave was said to be 8 degrees warm. Now we rest a little on the couch at the mouth of the stable. It was time for lunch too. After eating, we entered the cave. We have to stop our show here for now, and we will continue this topic in the next episode of our program.